And welcome back to part 8 of what Mikoto Uchiha adopted Naruto Uzumaki. Last time on Naruto What If, we left off with a lot happening. Zabuza and Aku are still very much alive, have agreed to go to the village, give information they have, you know, services rendered, and then are given the permission to leave the village, go back to the land of the wave, and basically turn that into its own shinobi village. And with the partnership of Konoha, start to kind of build it from there. They'll be given a certain amount of ninja, like maybe a dozen or so shinobi, will go over to the wave and help form the village, so to speak. Now, that might be a lot to kind of ask of a Kage, of any village, but Naruto's got a way with words. No, it's more that, an alliance with a new village, particularly with a leader like as strong as Zabuza Momochi, would be beneficial. And even though having in the village would be a lot easier, it does place a lot of targets on their back for housing a missing nin, especially it would eventually get out there. So ultimately, it does work better this way for them, at least in this scenario. In other scenarios, no. Sometimes he just comes back to the village. I usually 50-50 coin toss it. I just think of what seems to play a bit better in certain circumstances. And in this case, this seemed to play better. Anywho, but that doesn't happen immediately. Like, Zabuza is still on a probation period, at least like a 6 months probation period. So he'll be around for the minimum of the Chunin exams. I'm trying to think how long if 6 months would have been leading up to. That's actually a good question. Because time frame wise, like when we're opening up for this chapter or this part, we never really know how long it's been. It was how long they had been back since the Zabuza mission. It's implied probably at least a week, so we'll go with a week. But after that, there's a month between the Chunin exam first preliminary and the actual tournament. So there's probably before that part, there was probably at least a few weeks prior to that. And then you got the Tsunade retrieval. That's another few months. Yeah, honestly, Zabuza will probably stick around until the end of the actual main part of the series. But then during the time skip, he'll go off and do his own thing. At least from the way I'm structuring the time frame. Anyway, I digress. So we open up with the Uchiha household. It's Sasuke and Naruto are bidding their mom a goodbye. And say, all right, we're up to meet Kakashi Sensei and Sakura. And say, all right. And it's like, all right, have fun. Be good, you two. And they go off and they do their thing. Meanwhile, Sakura meets up with them, discusses how, says, what's up, all that. Hey guys, I got something to tell you. I mean, I've been working really hard, so I want to show you today if we get a chance to. Okay. He's like, cool, thanks. Right, sweet. Meanwhile, Kakashi takes his time, and they're back again to doing the cruddy missions that they were doing. Meanwhile, during some of the training, Sakura does show off something she was learning, and it's Genjutsu. Sakura wants to try to make herself more part of the team, less of a burden, less of a just stone that they got to walk over to get to the next section of the track, if you will. She doesn't want to be useless anymore. She wants to actually be effective. And because of her slow chakra reserves but excellent chakra control, she figures Genjutsu is a perfect way to go about it. And Kakashi's actually impressed. Like, you do really have a talent for it, Sakura. Tell me, what have you got? She shows she's got the cherry blossom jutsu down, and she's... see, when it comes to the list of Genjutsu, there actually isn't a lot of them. There's a tree binding... I mean, take the games out of the equation. Even then, there's not a lot. But there's a tree binding one. There's Sharingan-based Genjutsu, which we can't give to Sakura. There's a cherry blossom jutsu. There's the, was it the Hell Binding Jutsu? The one that Tayuya used against Shikamaru, but she doesn't have the flute for that. So when it comes to Genjutsu, I'm going to have... Oh, there's a tree binding one. I'm going to have to be a little making things up when it comes to some of the Genjutsu. But anyway, Cherry Blossom Jutsu, and then a B-rank jutsu that we could easily just call Hell's Marsh, where you basically feel like you're sinking into quicksand. Anyway, long story short, they get the day off because, the Chunin exams are coming around. Sasuke and Sakura and Naruto are also kind of, hanging out. And Sakura actually asks the question, so do you guys want to do something? She doesn't ask Sasuke this. She asks Naruto, do you guys want to do something? And it's like, oh, well, I don't know, we could train or just, hang out, maybe get some food or something. I mean, we don't really hang out that much outside of teamwork and stuff like that. And Sasuke and Naruto do have to admit they don't hang out with Sakura very often for obvious reasons. She was too much of a fangirl for Sasuke and even for Naruto's taste. But at the same time, I mean, they see she's been making the effort, so they say, yeah, we can go hang out. And they're busy wandering, just kind of wandering around, seeing what they'd like, what they want to do. Now, here's the thing: because Shikamaru or Konohamaru has not really met Naruto at all, there's no reason for Konohamaru to be around there. So there isn't that whole debacle with with Tamari and Kankuro. They don't have. I mean, maybe he's still around there, and maybe he bumps into him, but there's actually we know why Konohamaru was there. He wanted Naruto to play ninja with him. So there's really no reason Konohamaru should be around there. So yeah, they just walking by, and as they're walking down, they turn a corner and they see two sand ninjas standing right there, and they both kind of just stop and pause and look at the three of them. Three look at two. It's like, hi, yo. It's like, what's up? I can see this being Kankuro, just trying to be the cool. What's up? It's like, yeah, you're. And then Sasuke points out, or Sakura points out, you're sand ninja. What are you guys doing here? What are you guys? What is everyone in this village an idiot? We're here for the Chunin exams. The Chunin exams? Like, wait, those are happening now? It's like, don't tell me. Really? Are you guys that dense? And to which Tamari just says, Kankuro, knock it off. It's like, hey, what? What did I do? Maybe you should. And this is something I kind of always point out, how much of an idiot Kankuro was in the beginning. It's like, you don't attack a kid in a village. First of all, you don't attack a kid, period. No matter what part of the village you're from, or village you're in. But if you're going to an ally nation's village, or allied nation, actually, yeah, it's a land of fire, so technically it's a nation. But an ally's village, you don't beat up a little kid, let alone, even though he didn't know it, the Hokage's grandson. Just because he bumped into you, let alone for any other reason. Unless the kid is literally a deadly ninja, in which case then you might be able to make an exception. But anyway, I feel that Tamara just kind of Kankuro. Remember, we're not at home. We can't just go around insulting people willy-nilly or starting fights because that reflects badly on the village as well as us. And then Kankuro's just, sorry, Tamara. Tamara's like, I'm sorry, I'm Tamara. This is my brother. This idiot's my brother Kankuro. Yeah, well, like you said, we're here for the Chunin exams. It's like, oh, well, and Naruto's like, wow, sweet Chunin exams. Oh man, I can't believe they're already here. Oh yeah, I guess mom forgot to tell us this morning. So I guess you'll be participating in it. It's like, yeah, we'll be participating. Oh, I guess we'll have to see you there. Our sensei hasn't told us about it yet, but I guess we'll see you there. Oh, looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. All right. Well, anyway, we're getting lunch. Why don't we get lunch? And it's like, all right, lunch. Woo! It's like, and then Naruto actually just kind of sparks the idea. You guys want to get lunch with us? And it's like, really? I was kind of rude. It's like, yeah, but your sister slaps some sense into you. It's fine. It's fine. Besides, your guest here, and why don't we treat you to some hospitality? There's a great ramen place down the corner there. It's like, Ichiraku again, Naruto, come on. Oh, shut up, Sasuke. To which all of a sudden to which they all of a sudden say, so why don't you two of you come with us? And all of a sudden they hear a voice, that would be the three of us. Well, and Naruto and Sasuke both look, and they see Gaara's like, I didn't even sense him up there. And then Gaara just, pops out like, again, I apologize for my brother's rudeness. I am Gaara of this. I'm curious about you two, though. Because even though they never actually demonstrated anything, like, it's just friendly conversation at this point, Gaara is very in tune to, killing intent and vibes. He gets a vibe off Naruto and Sasuke. saying, "Oh, well, I'm Naruto. I'm Naruto Uzumaki Uchiha, and I'm Sasuke Uchiha. This is our teammate Sakura Haruno. I look forward to it. So you want to come get lunch with us?" And Tamari, because she sees two good-looking guys there, it's like, "Oh, that sounds like no, we'll have to decline." But Gaara, it's like, "We can eat later. Now shut up before I kill you." And we'll see you in the Chunings. It's like, and it's like, "Oh, fine. That ramen actually sounded really good." And sorry, Gaara. To which Tamari's like, maybe another time. Later, cutie. To which both Naruto and Sasuke just like, she walks away, and both Naruto and Sasuke are just like, was that to you or me? I don't know. I mean, until we get further confirmation, let's assume it was the both of us. It's like, yeah, but to which they both now just going to say, yeah, but let's just say if it was the both of us, who's going to be the bigger man about it? And because she was pretty hot. It's like, yeah, she was, but and she doesn't really know who we are, so she's not really, so she doesn't have that fangirl mentality. You tell just, and Sasuke's like, you can tell just by the way she walks, she definitely carries herself a bit more seriously than other ninjas. In which Sakura's listening to all this, and she's kind of feeling like, oh God, I don't see the chances I am right now. In her head, she's like, Sasuke, why? But anyway, they're just like, and they both look and realize, oh, Sakura's still here. Huh? It's like, sorry about that. Anyway, let's go get some food. So they get their food and all that. And then later on, Kakashi gives them the forms to fill out. They all agree. Fast forward now to basically the start of the Chunin exams, where they go and by the way, none of them, Sakura's at best will maybe attack on one more Genjutsu, or more than likely, in fact, I say more than likely, she'll just continue to work on the two she's got. Sasuke and Naruto right now have enough jutsu under their belt. They both have the Shadow Clone jutsu. It's more about honing what you have than just trying to stockpile more on there. Sasuke's already got 4 solid fire style jutsus. Plus, he knows the Lion Barrage, and he has his Sharingan, which has 2 Tomai in there right now. And he's got Shadow Clones, which, again, at this point, he can go up to 5, 6-ish and be functioning. Okay is a bit of a stretch, but he can be functioning. So, and obviously, Naruto has got Great Breakthrough in Gale Palm, Wind Dome, and Tornado Fist. And he can do Shadow Clone all day, every day. Oh, I've got so many clones. Clones for days. Clones for days? Clones for days. So, now we get to the actual Chunin scene. And here's the weird thing. See, the reason why so many people passed the first timer, that first test, is because Sasuke, being arrogant, pointed out the Genjutsu. However, Sasuke here has had the long-term guidance of his mom, and that arrogance has been supremely curbed. Obviously, he's still got the pride of an Uchiha, and he still, flaunts it every now and then. But him and Sakura both are able to pick up on the fact that, oh, no, there's a Genjutsu on that sign. And they pointed out to each other, and Naruto, and like, okay, we'll just keep walking. So they just keep walking down the street, just walking down the hall. And they walk, and the thing about it is, you can make an argument that Rock Lee stops them. Well, actually, you can make an argument that Neji and Lee stop them, but I actually don't think they do. Because, again, it was Sasuke being all show-offy that kind of caused that brief interaction between them. Now, I do think Rock Lee maybe stops by and challenges Sasuke. I still think that happens. I want to challenge. You are Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uchiha. I wish to challenge both of you to a fight. And it's just, really, right now? They can't just wait till he's in? No, I cannot wait. There is something I must prove to myself. There is something I need to prove. That hard work can beat a genius with a good bloodline any day. And so Sasuke and Naruto are like, do we really have time for this? And Sakura's like, well, he's not going to go away unless you do it, guys. I mean, just do it. Fine. Which one of us goes first? And it's like, so which one of us do you want to fight first? And Because it's not so much like Naruto's like, I get him first. No, it's really more like a hassle for them right now. It's like, we really got to go. So it's like, okay, let's make this quick. And, they do like a rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, and Sasuke's like, yeah, gotcha. I get him first. I go, all right, fine. And Sasuke and him duke it out. Now, unfortunately for Sasuke, this entire fight goes pretty much the same. Maybe not a complete curb stomp like it was, because his hand-to-hand is slightly more honed because he has Naruto in his corner. So maybe he is able to maybe block a kick here or there or a punch here or there. But ultimately, Lee still wins that fight. Guy comes in and, punches him in the face for doing something so stupid, which, I'll be honest, I'm completely on Team 7 in Guy's corner on that. Lee had no right to be doing that. Yes, Lee's pride and stuff like that, but that's against rules fighting before the exam. B, they are wasting time getting to the exam room. And C, and most importantly, and I always bring this up, you wanted to test that you were better than Sasuke in the thing, but handicapped Sasuke from using any sort of ninjutsu. While you yourself, so you were just using hand-to-hand, which is the thing you've been training with your entire life, so you're already a master of it. You're a freaking hypocrite. Like, if you had beaten him, what would that have proved? You beat him in the one thing that you were good at, without him being able to use everything he's good at. So that would not have been a fair and object measure of their abilities. But Lee was too blinded by his own, let's be honest, ego in his own right to be, not ego, that's really not, he was too blinded by his own passion to really see that. Anyway, they go and Kakashi gives them, gives them a warning, or gives them not a warning, gives them that pep talk, gives them, good luck, and then gives them a warning. And then Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura go into the room, and it goes about the same. No, remember, Naruto's nowhere near as brash, loud, or obnoxious in this, but he's still got his Naruto-isms, and I do think to alleviate the tension is that my name is Naruto Uchiha, and I'm going to beat every last one of you. Believe it! I do think you still get that, and I think it's funnier if that happens, first off, because it's still Naruto's character, and B, because Sasuke would even be like, oh, you idiot. And Sakura's like, what are you doing? It's like, could you guys keep it down? God. We don't want bullseyes on all our backs here. And team 10 and 8, I had to remember which one it was, because team 9 is Lee's team. Team 10 and 8 show up, and Sakura says hi to Naruto, and Sasuke says, hello Naruto, hello Sasuke. I'm not doing the voice, by the way. I've heard a lot of people, I actually had someone say it's kind of like Mickey Mouse, like a low-rent Mickey Mouse, like, hello there Naruto, I'm Hinata. Oh God. Someone dub that now. Someone just dub Hinata's lines and Mickey Mouse's voice over it. Naruto! Oh! Byakugan! Now Naruto becomes owned by Disney. I could totally see that. Anyway. I wouldn't put it past them. I digress. Put it on a shirt. Anywho. So, I lost track. There we go. Naruto, Hinata says hi to Naruto and Sasuke, and they say hi back, and all of a sudden it's Naruto gets caught by Hinata's like, Naruto, there you are. It's like, and then to which Naruto's like, ugh. Now, to be fair, Ino has never, at least in this version, was not as bad as Sakura in terms of fangirlism. But she still isn't great. I mean, she's still grabbing him without, his permission, stuff like that. Naruto is at least tolerant because he knows she's not as bad. It's like, there you are, Naruto. How you been? It's like, I've been fine, Could you're cutting out my air supply just a little bit there. Oh, I'm sorry. She said, I missed you so much. We don't get to see each other anymore. It's like, yeah, how about that? And he looks over to the sand team, and he sees Gaara and Kagura and Tamari, and and it's just like, and they can kind of see the look on Tamari's face, just like, it's like, oh god, this isn't working in my favor with the hot sand chick. And then Kankuro comes up and gives the information on Gaara. I don't think he would give the information on Neji because that doesn't happen. The narration didn't happen. Sound Ninjas come in, wreak havoc. Mostly not much has changed except a couple character interactions here and there. And then we get Ibiki showing up saying, okay, shut up, you maggots. They're going to get the exam underway, and then you get the paper test, you get the actual written exam. Now, here's the weird thing about this: Naruto is far more perceptive. He's far more intelligent, so he would probably know that the point of the exam was to cheat. He's also much more intelligent in this version, so that's possible he could get at least one of the questions right. The problem here, it's the same thing with a lot like Sakura. Sakura was just smart enough to get the answers right, but like Sakura, he doesn't have a jutsu or technique that's designed for cheating. Sasuke did, the Hyugas did, Ino does, but yeah, he just didn't. So, unfortunately, I still think you get that nervous wreck scenario. And luckily, Hina's a good friend and kind of just, it's like, and Naruto kind of is like thinking, and he peers down and, writes an answer or two off of paper. And obviously, you get the, if you get this wrong, you'll fail. Your whole team will fail, but you can just leave right now. And then, Naruto does, Naruto does the big speech, and I do think it'd be Naruto still who gives the speech. I don't back down. I never go back on my word. That's my ninja way. So there you have it. And then Anko comes in, and she's like, yeah, all right. Forced to death. Now, to be fair, before we end this, because this is really how I'm going to end it, because this is really just the filler part before we get into the forced to death, which will obviously have some big changes. We should note that there are nowhere near as many examinees this time around, because a lot of them got weeded out thanks to Sasuke not spoiling things. So yeah, there aren't anywhere near as many examinees this time around. Until then, though, that is where we're leaving it off for part 8. Join us again next Wednesday for part 9. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win. Star Wars, Superhero, Magic, what if, anything to do with the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. Hit that bell if you want to be notified. And see you next time, folks.